UBC, Seattle.
LoveLine is meant for an adult audience. LoveLine may contain sexually oriented content. Listener discretion is advised. Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew. LoveLine, coast to coast.
Yep, it is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Fax number 310-854-4455. Dr. Drew is a board-certified physician and addiction medicine specialist. And Drew?
Yeah.
Whenever you come in here wearing just a short-sleeve shirt and some sweatpants, you look like a cop on his day off.
Oh, really?
Your hair's short now.
Yeah.
You got those big forearms hanging out of your shirt.
Yeah.
You're all clean cut. I'm used to seeing you in a different uniform.
Right.
So when I see you like this, you really got that cop/fireman/narc
Fireman's good. I like
day.
that.
Yeah, but more narc.
Narc. Okay.
Got that narc's day
Is not
off.
the word people know any longer?
Somebody called us 2 weeks ago and
You're right,
said they were
right.
beating up on the narc at school.
Right.
Any form of law enforcement at the high school or junior high level is referred to as a narc.
But you're talking about a change of shirt. You normally
Yeah.
wear like a coat in here or something.
Yeah, I'm just, I don't know. You're narking me out tonight.
I do.
All right. No guests.
Radio police.
No guests tonight, just to love the two hosts find between each other. Newfound Glory in here later this week. Well, next week, Jamie Presley, Bill Maher is going to be in here. A Temptation Island reunion. And, of course, Mighty Mighty Boss Tones, which is one of my favorite bands. And I'm guessing Dickie will be out here for that.
Jake Busey.
And Jake Busey. So jam-packed
Interesting
next week,
yeah.
light this week. And here we go. Chris?
Yeah, how you doing?
You're 22. What's up?
Yes. Actually, I'm going out with my girlfriend for about 3 years. Everything's good. You know, we're planning on moving in together, taking the next step and everything. But I don't really trust her 100%.
How come? How come?
I don't know. I mean, she's a pretty good-looking girl, and I just don't. I mean, I would always get pretty jealous when she was going out, you know, without me, with her friends and stuff.
Is it that you can't believe other guys aren't hitting on her and she's not responding to that? Or is it you have some evidence that she's cheating?
No, I don't. Okay, well, here's the thing. I don't have evidence that she's cheating. However, I'm pretty computer literate, and I'm at her house often. And when she's not there, I even, I hang out with her parents and sister and stuff. But I have checked on her computer what she's writing to people, basically. And I know that's probably invasion of privacy, but...
What'd you find out?
Well, I found out, this has been going on for a couple of months.
We're not going to discuss whether that's right or wrong. He's already got the info, so...
Yeah, well, I mean, I found out, like, she has, a sexual attraction to an old fling, but nothing ever came of it.
Huh.
And, I mean, today I find out that she wrote to one of her friends that she was in love with someone who she just met Saturday night. And...
Whoa.
Some guy who she met when she was out.
Whoa.
Yeah, but when she says in love, I mean, do you think she's just sort of exaggerating to illustrate a point? I mean, to sort of...
Right, he's so hot, I've loved him.
Conversational.
Yeah, I don't think she's really technically in love with him. She met him twice. I've even met him one time.
So what is your question for us, Chris? I don't quite get it.
My main question is actually two things. Number one, if I really don't trust her this much and I'm going around onto her computer, should I stay with her? Is one question. Also...
Is this your first love, this one?
No, this is not my first love.
Second?
No, it's my, third serious.
Right.
I mean,
First two killed themselves.
Right.
Chris, you're driving her insane.
Yeah, that's what I think.
But on
too.
the other hand, you do have some cause to worry. I mean, if she's going out and saying she met this guy and she's in love with him,
yeah,
and talking about her sexual attraction to her ex-flames, I mean, let's face it, everybody has those kinds of conversations with their same-sex peers or with their just friends about other people other than the people they're with. So does that mean the relationship's not going to work? I mean, through every commercial break, it's all about some hooker he used to, or stripper, sorry, Drew, he used to date back in college.
But listen, I think I know what's up here. We haven't talked about this in a long time. Okay. I think their numbers don't match. I think she's got a higher number.
She's got a higher number.
And it's freaking him out. So you got to explain to him what's going on here.
Chris?
Yeah.
She should be with a better guy than you.
Oh, yeah, you think?
I'm guessing.
Well, it's what you think.
Your number's not so high, right?
We explain what that means. Hang on a second.
Okay.
It's been such a long time, Drew, and I'm so tired, but I'm going to try it anyway. Everybody has a number that they can be judged by, that their attractiveness number. We all have one. And those of you who claim it doesn't exist, it does, even if you don't acknowledge it. And it's not just all about looks. It is about looks, but it's about personality. It's about position. It's about money. It's about a million things, but it all combines to be your number. And women get broken off into different categories, and men get broken off into different categories, but it's still they have a number.
They're ranked on different categories.
Yeah.
To make that number.
Right.
Yeah. So men are ranked on
looks, but they're ranked on personality, sense of humor, and position.
Position in life. Status. Stature.
Yeah. What do they do?
Yeah.
I mean, a fireman, as we were talking about earlier tonight, may only make $40,000 a year, but still higher up than a guy who, school teacher or garbage man who makes $40,000. Fireman, cool.
Right.
Little higher in the position department.
Yeah.
Looks, that's a factor for guys, but for women, it's broken up into face and body. It takes up 2 slots out of the 4.
Yeah.
Not 1 out of the 4.
Face, body, okay.
Sense of humor, that's another thing.
For men.
For men.
Not for women.
Women love sense of humor.
That really indicates intelligence, don't you think?
Right.
Yeah.
These are all things you
Creativity.
add up. As a guy, what was it again? Sense of humor, looks, position, and money? Yeah.
No.
Not money.
Let's look.
All right, Drew, you should have hashed this out before we got started.
Personality,
The point is your job is to date someone whose number is higher than yours, but not too much.
Yeah.
Just 1 or 2 clicks.
Yeah.
If you're a 4 and you're dating a 9, she's going to catch on eventually.
Or you're going to freak out so much that you're going to force her to catch on.
Right.
And force her out of the nest.
Now, everybody says, oh, what are you talking about? What do you mean numbers? Please, how dare you? How catty, how frivolous. Yeah? Go try to date some super rich, hot chick. Pull up in that
Daihatsu.
Pull up in that Daihatsu Charade, the one your older brother left you before he went off to college, and leave that 1-bedroom apartment in North Hollywood, drive the Daihatsu Charade over to visit Miss Super Hottie Millionaire, and see how it goes. That's right. See how the number game works, everybody. So her number is probably higher than his, and now he's hanging on.
Yeah.
And that's why you only want to go a little bit higher, but not too much.
Well, so can he improve his number?
Not really.
Not fast enough?
Not fast enough. Not a guy.
Yeah.
At 22, no. Now 32, he may own a company and have a hair weave. You know what I'm saying? We driving a Ferrari.
Let's talk to him.
No, I don't want to talk to him.
All right. So
Hey,
he's got to make a decision.
Yeah.
It sounds like this one isn't working to me.
Chris?
It just sounds too...
Yeah.
Yeah. Maybe you guys shouldn't move in together so fast.
Take it a little slow. I have this information, and how do I
All right, but it's probably nothing. Just stop being so desperate, stop being so nervous, stop being so clingy, and just focus on improving your number. Don't focus on trying to convince her. That freaks people out, especially women. Mm-hmm. All right, there's nothing. It's doomed. Bobby?
Yeah, I'm here.
You're 19.
Yes. I want to know, first of all, I've been a fan of yours for years.
Thank you, Bobby.
Thank you.
And I was wondering, me and my girl been together for 2 years, and recently I found out she was pregnant. She's 2 months pregnant now.
Mm-hmm.
We have unprotected sex. And lately she been complaining about irritations inside of her.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And it's been so severe.
No, it's real. It's real.
Really? Yeah. Irritations.
During sex?
And it's been so, like, the pain has been so intense for her.
Wait, this is all the time, or just when you're having sex, or what?
Just when we're having sex.
Okay, at very minimum, there could be some sort of vaginal infection. And even as benign or as sort of not important as vaginal infection, I want to watch my language here with Bonnie.
You know, that gets translated. Honey, something's wrong with your behind.
But even as unimportant as vaginitis, infections of the vagina only can be, in pregnancy, they can endanger the pregnancy. Why isn't she seeing her doctor about this?
No, we seen a doctor, but I don't think she mentioned that to them, though. They said it's something that it should be overlooked, though.
No, they should tell you she needs to talk to the doctor about it. It could be an infection in the vagina. It could be a urine infection even sometimes that do this.
Oh.
But all those infections in that area that usually are not such a big deal in a non-pregnant person become a big deal in the pregnant person.
How old's your girlfriend, Bobby?
She's 19.
Okay. Are you getting married?
Yeah, of course.
Okay.
See, Bob is one of our listeners.
Most of our listeners.
Down the line.
Oh.
Right. After your fifth kid?
Not after the fifth kid, after the second one.
Okay, but listen, slow down after this kid, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, make some money, get a nice stable environment, get married, get some insurance, all that
we're
good
saving
stuff.
up right now for that.
See, Bobby's a good guy.
All right, where are you working, Bobby?
Right now, I'm working off the books, though.
Bookstore?
No, off the books.
Yeah,
My friend owns a business, and they pay me under the table.
working under the table.
Yeah.
Doing what?
Construction.
Kills guys.
Construction.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I did that for a lot of years, but let me tell you something, Bobby. Here's the problem. You don't get taxes taken out, and that's great. You get paid cash, but there's no record of you working.
No credit.
You can't get a credit card.
No
You
Social
can't
Security?
buy a car. You can't get insurance. You can't get anything
Can't get
because
Social Security even, right?
no. Well, I don't know. He's not worried. He's not going to make it that long.
Yeah.
My point is it's great getting paid cash until you want to go down and buy yourself a car, and there's no record of your employment. You can't get a credit card.
Right.
My first credit card, I had to pay them the money that they would then lend back to me at 20% interest.
Nice.
It's great. I send them $400. They give me $350 worth of credit. They lend me my own money, and I pay them 19.9%. That's good times. Kate,
Hi.
you're 23.
Yeah.
What's up?
I've been with my boyfriend for 3 years. We were doing drugs. Now we're not. We got separate places. We're doing everything we're supposed to. We're clean, and we're not being intimate, which is a decision we've made. And
Why are you making decisions? How long into recovery are you?
this time there was like a relapse, but right now I have almost 3 months, and
Okay.
I'm working my steps, calling my sponsor, all that.
Good.
Doing
But
everything I'm
you
supposed
shouldn't
to.
be making any decisions by yourself.
No, but I'm not.
Well,
I'm
Drew,
checking
not
everything with the sponsor.
humping. Is that a big decision?
And how they conduct their relationship is something that anytime
It's a big decision to
yeah,
me.
anytime a
It's a big
recovering person says I'm making a decision, that's like red light.
Okay,
Yeah.
I totally worded
Yeah.
it wrong.
Okay.
Basically, I'm making a decision, or I'm not doing anything.
Okay, that's fine.
But the thing is I cannot emotionally engage with him at all. Like, when he gets upset or angry, I just completely shut off, and that's not like me.
Okay, one question. Is his recovery going as well as yours?
He's sober, and he's doing his steps. He's not, like, all these great things are happening to me with, like, work and a car, and none of that's happening to him, so I'm sure he's, like, a little bit jealous.
But is part of that because his recovery is sort of not as robust as yours? He's not really as involved as you are?
I try not to get involved with his recovery.
But what's your sort of sense of it?
Probably not.
Yeah, that's my sense of it too. When a couple gets into recovery together and one is not as actively engaged as the other, it is extremely difficult for there to be a relationship.
I just don't know what to do.
Well,
like,
just don't make any decisions, right?
That's what
Didn't I start out with?
How
Don't
about
do
it-
anything.
How
Just
about if
relax.
she needs to take a crap later, Drew?
Talk
Should
to her
she call her
sponsor.
sponsor?
I think that's a great rule of thumb. Do not even take a crap without calling your sponsor.
Number one, though.
Number one, okay. All right, you can pee. You can pee on command.
Thank
All
you.
You
right,
can make
Kate.
decisions about where to pee and when to
But
pee.
I don't know how to emotionally engage with him.
Do not worry about it, Kate. Don't do it. But here's
She's got a boyfriend. What do you want her to do?
Hey, she has a life-threatening illness. What was your drug of choice?
Heroin.
All right, she can die of this.
Heroin's not bad
The probability
for you.
of seeing 50 is not great unless she really takes this program seriously. And this relationship is not the priority right now, and it's going in a typical fashion. If he catches up, sometimes having a partner who really is well engaged in recovery does cause the other person to catch up and really participate a little more actively. The other thing is, I bet you had a dad that yelled and raged a lot.
No.
No, a mom.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because somewhere you learn to withdraw emotionally when somebody came at you that way, and you're doing that here too, and it's all right. Just let it go right now.
Hey, Drew, I don't want to derail you, but sometimes when you say not making 50 or not seeing 50, does that mean you go from 49 to 51 and you just skip 50, or are you actually talking about dying?
You're blind when you're 50. You don't see it.
See 50.
Yeah, you won't see 50.
So you go blind at 50, you might live to 110?
Yeah, exactly.
Interesting. I didn't know that. Josh,
Yeah.
you're 14?
Yeah, well, I have, like, a weird pain in my balls.
Nice.
It feels like somebody
Yeah.
kicked me there.
I don't believe him.
No, I'm serious, dude. Like, I'll
Yeah.
just be chilling there, and my balls will start to hurt.
Just
like,
one or both?
What?
One side?
Like, mostly the right one.
Right. Sometimes, there can be something growing in there, and secondly, there can be a twisting of the testicle on itself, and both are things that need to be seen immediately by a doctor. And it can be a hernia, that kind of thing down there. But the point is it needs to be examined, and that's that.
Your nuts, don't your nuts hurt in
Normally?
puberty?
A little bit sometimes.
A little bit?
Yeah.
Is that part of being a man? No?
A little bit.
A little bit? So he should go see somebody?
Absolutely. Because they can twist and cut off their own blood supply and die.
Yeah. It's bad times.
Bad times.
And then what do they have to do? Remove it?
Yeah.
They can't just leave it in you when it's dead?
Good times.
Things start going bad, right?
Yeah.
All right.
Dead things in your body, not good.
Oh, really?
No.
Mike?
Hey, how's it going, Adam?
You're 18.
Yeah.
How you doing?
I'm doing all right. Well, here's the thing. I met this girl about 2 years ago and doing volunteer work for a haunted hayride. And
For a haunted hayride?
yeah, it's a little community thing we have around Halloween. And yeah, these two girls were there, and this one girl.
Oh, let me get this straight. That's Halloween. That's not Christmas, Easter, or Passover. Saying a haunted hayride is Halloween.
Let me get this straight, right, Adam? It involves a hayride?
Yeah, it's
okay.
That's haunted.
Hayride, it's haunted. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Well, anyway, there was this girl there named well, I shouldn't say names, but yeah, it was about 2 years ago, and we were talking a little bit, and 2 years went by, and all of a sudden the phone rings, and she's on the phone, telling me she really misses me, wants me to come over and talk to her. So I go to her house. And she jumps in the shower, and I'm looking through a photo album of pictures of her and her family, and I find pictures of me in places with my friends and near the back of the photo.
Hang on one second. I'm sensing mason jar coming.
Really?
Yeah.
This sounds a little too clean for
so
me,
go ahead, Mike.
too.
Go ahead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And I find pictures of me in places with my friends, like pool halls and stuff. And she gets out of the shower, and I approach her about it, and I ask her where she got these pictures of me, and she gets upset, and I leave the house, and I go home. And then she calls me later the next day, telling me that I need to be with her. I need to. Well, she pretty much tells me she needs me, or she's going to hurt herself or kill herself.
Mm-hmm.
And she's been calling me pretty much, I'd say, a minimum of 3 times a day for the past, I don't know.
Since Halloween?
Yeah, she didn't call me for a couple of years, and I'm 18. This happened when I was about 15, 16.
Well, let me tell you something, Mike.
And
let me jump in here.
Mm-hmm.
I lost a brother on the haunted hayride. It's not something I talk about, and it's a real roll of the dice whenever you participate in the haunted hayride, or the HH, as my family calls it. And this is came up snake eyes for you. Now, this was 2 years ago.
Yeah, and
you had not seen her.
Mm-mm. I didn't give her my number either.
But yet you remembered who she was when she called.
2 years later.
Hmm? No, she introduced herself over the phone, saying,
Remember.
Yeah. And you went over there, you saw pictures of yourself.
Yeah, pictures of myself hanging out with my friends.
So as though she had been stalking you, is that the thing?
Yeah, and she makes
And
requests.
why is it you were looking at a yearbook when she went into the shower?
No, it was a photo album.
a photo album. What did she do, just leave it on the sofa?
No, it was sitting on top of her desk.
And where were her parents?
Oh, her parents weren't home, and they were at work at the time.
And she invites you over and then says, let me take a shower?
Yeah, she got in the shower.
Why?
I have no clue.
Well, you hadn't seen her in a few years,
Mm-hmm.
and she lets you in the door and she goes to take a shower?
Turn over all the cards. Any distinguishing physical features?
I'm sorry, what?
You know what I'm saying?
Drew, yeah. Drew thinks it's bogus. I don't know.
Oh, no.
I'm halfway there with you, Mike. I gotta tell you. So, she obviously wanted you to see the photo album, right?
I obviously not, because she got upset when I approached her about it. But the thing is...
But wait a minute. Who would invite someone into the room with a photo album laying out in the open with pictures of that person while they're in the shower and tell them just to sit in the room?
Well, who would say that they'd killed themselves over not having sex with someone? I mean, it's kind of a serious thing. I'd feel guilty if anything happened to her on my behalf because I didn't,
Have you told anybody else about this?
Yeah, a few of my friends, because she calls my friends looking for me too.
All right, you got to call. You let your parents involved with this.
Okay.
Because this is going to require some serious intervention. If this is real, this is something that's going to require very forceful intervention by possibly even the police.
Maybe Scooby-Doo should get on this.
No,
one.
but this is a mental health. This is a mental health issue, and so she's going to need help. She's a danger to herself and others at this point, and somebody will have to intervene.
I'll tell you, you don't want anyone to kill themselves over you, but I would have looked at that as a real feather in my cap at 18. You know what I'm saying?
Speaks volumes about you, Adam, doesn't it?
Well, I don't want anyone to die, but the idea that someone, took their own life because they were so much in love with you, that's got to be pretty good for the ego.
You are an asshole.
I mean, at 18, you're
I
just
thought it
getting
was
out on your own.
Your deal
you know?
was you wanted to kill someone with your penis, though.
No, what I want to do, I want to injure someone with my
Right,
penis.
right,
And
okay.
not in their eye. I had that happen. I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about, downstairs. I like to hurt someone with my penis.
Yeah.
These are my two plans. The other thing I'd like to do is become a master of disguise. Right now, I'm just sort of mediocre at it. A medium.
And begin playing by your own rules?
Yes, I like to play by my own rules. And my other plan is to fake my own death
All right.
and then really kill myself.
What
You see?
what justice?
There's a
justice.
distinction.
Beauty in that.
Like to
plan.
fake my own death for just like 20 minutes,
Yeah.
then I kill myself.
That'll show him.
Thank you.
Yeah, nice.
All right, we're going to take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Gary, who's 18, doesn't want to have sex with... Wait a minute. Doesn't want to have baby with boyfriend. What the hell is... Drew, translate that, would you please?
I think she doesn't want to have a baby with her boyfriend, but is afraid that she will dump him if she gets rid of the baby.
But that's Gary. Gary's having sex with a... Okay,
All right.
we got to settle this when we come back.
LoveLine. We'll be right back.
Hello. That's right. LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That's the Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. Now, when we left off, we were going to speak to Gary, who's, I still don't understand by reading that question. Drew, please read that. Tell me what that says.
Exactly what it says here. It says, doesn't want to have baby with girlfriend, is afraid that she will dump him if.
Okay. So, Gary,
Yeah.
what's up?
Well, I've been going out with my girlfriend for about a year now, and she confronted me. She said she wants to have a baby, but I'm not really ready to have any children, and I'm afraid that if I tell her that I don't want to have any kids, that she'll dump me.
How old is she?
She's 18 too.
Do you really want to stay with someone that would dump you merely because you're not prepared to do something as important, to make a decision as phenomenal as having a child?
Well, I love her.
Gary, as you know, on that show, that is not a defense. That doesn't mean anything to us. We hear wah-wah when you say that.
Yeah.
Yeah, we understand. Everybody loves everybody. Okay, let's get on with it.
All right, Drew. My
really,
God.
No, really, I want to make that point because I understand that people have very strong feelings for each other, but that doesn't count for anything when real serious dysfunction enters into the picture, particularly when another life is involved.
Yes. Gary?
Yeah.
When a young lady is desperate to have a child, you okay there, buddy?
Yeah. I just got a cold.
Was that a sneeze?
No, that was a cough.
Oh, okay. When a young lady is desperate to have a child...
Next time, right into the phone would be better. Yeah.
Oh, please, Drew. Stop being such a snob. What do you think? You're going to get a cold through the microphone, you idiot?
Yeah,
Quiet down over there.
I thought that could happen.
Shut your mic off.
He's just a dick.
When a woman is desperate to have a baby, it's a bad sign at 18. At 28 or 37, that's another thing. But at 18, it means daddy was gone and there's something missing from her life, and this ain't going to fix it. This is going to fix it for the ride home from the hospital.
That's right.
But not for the next 18 years while the kid is at the house. Or if you're like my friends, 28 years while the kid is at the house.
28?
Don't mess this up, Gary. Don't get her pregnant. Be careful. I know this sounds trite, but could there be any bigger impact in your life that is taken less seriously?
In this country, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, but
There's
maybe just in the world, but especially in
No.
this. No, of course. Look at all these other countries.
Oh, I mean,
they're
like
a
in
mess too.
third world countries, but
That's how they got the title.
But industrialized countries, forget it. They take this very seriously.
I think you glorify these other countries a little too much.
It's why the other countries don't have the problems we have with their.
They have problems.
They do, but not
and
like
we'll
we do.
kick their ass. Please. How can you argue that we're that much worse than a lot of these other industrialized countries when we can just put such a whooping on them? We could really use our Coast Guard and kick the crap out of most countries. Just the Coast Guard and the Boy Scouts. The point is this is the kind of thing that could change your life for the rest of your life. One night.
Should.
10 minutes. Well, it's not if it doesn't happen. James?
Yay.
You're 16?
Yeah.
What's up?
I'm on 100 milligrams of Zoloft,
Right?
and I was just wondering what the side effects are with mixing Zoloft with 750 milligrams of Relafin.
Relafin?
Relafin.
No interaction.
No interaction at all?
No.
What's Relafin for?
It's an anti-inflammatory.
Anti-inflammatory, yeah.
Why do you take that?
Because I have a partially torn rotator cuff.
Mm-hmm.
It's really, really messed up.
Why the high doses of Zoloft? Do you have what do you have? OCD or something?
I got depression.
Depression. Okay, but
I was diagnosed with depression about a little more than a year ago.
I'll tell you what that much Zoloft will do to you though is shut down your libido and make it difficult to have an orgasm, that kind of thing. So
Yeah, because I've noticed that I can go a lot longer.
Well, I was gonna say it might make you last longer. You might like it.
Yeah.
Hey, especially if you stuff one down your urethra, that'll really slow you up.
Yeah, the little blue pills, they fit nicely.
How'd you tear your rotator cuff?
Pitching baseball.
Ooh, wow.
Good times.
Yeah.
That's nice. Nice when you're falling apart at 16, isn't it?
Oh yeah. Yeah. Last year I had torn hyperextended both my knees in football. Oh man.
Oh my God. How much Relafin are you taking per day?
Huh?
How much Relafin are you taking per day?
1,500.
All right.
Two 750.
You know, that's fine. You know it can screw up your stomach, so be careful. Also toughen the kidneys and liver, so just watch it.
Yeah. It's nice to see guys hobbled while they're still at the high school level these days.
Isn't that what happens to most? Most are high school football injuries, high school baseball injuries.
Well, I made it through high school relatively unscathed. Although I suffered my major injuries in Pop Warner football.
Wow.
So I got it over with early. Yeah, good times.
You pansy.
Emily?
Hello?
You're 14. What's up?
Yeah, okay. Well, on Saturday night, I lost my virginity to a guy who's 22, and, well, I don't know, I've been noticing some red discharge ever since then. And I know it's not blood, and I know I'm not on my period for sure.
Why wouldn't it be blood?
Because I can tell. It's not as thick as blood. It's
but
really, really light.
Yeah, but
sometimes blood mixes in with other things.
Yeah,
so.
that's blood.
Okay, also, it's a really short question. It's the same deal. Because he didn't use a condom. Just want to make sure this has nothing to do with it.
Okay, well, it absolutely doesn't.
Okay, good.
No, wait.
What? Some guy on the radio said it didn't.
Wait a minute.
Where can I get information about the Parenthood thing? I'm not sure the name of it. Planned Parenthood?
Yeah.
Yeah, I need information on how to go. Or
you want to know the phone number?
Yeah, or somewhere near.
Okay, it's 800.
Wait a minute, she doesn't have a pen ready.
Hold on.
No, I bet you don't have anything bigger than a crayon in that whole house.
800
230 PLAN.
Excuse me?
PLAN, plan.
Okay.
800-230 plan. What?
You don't need any parents to go with you, right?
No.
Ironically, the word parenthood is right in the title, but they prefer your parents don't show up.
Okay, good. And
hold on. Yeah. Speaking of plan, what's your plan? What's going on with you? 14, sleeping with a 22-year-old, no protection?
Yeah. He kind of tricked me because I told him to put one on, but I guess he didn't when I wasn't looking, or he took it off or something.
Right, but who is this guy?
It's a friend. Okay, it's kind of confusing, but it's my friend's brother's friend.
Aha.
Maybe the condom's still in you.
No, I know he took it off. He told me afterwards.
He told you he had taken it off?
Yeah.
Quite a delightful gentleman.
Yes, but he told me that he was sterile. He said, "Oh, don't worry, I'm sterile." And I said, "Are you sure?" And he said, "Yes." But I'm not too sure about
how did he happen to be sterile?
He didn't tell me.
How did he have to know that he's sterile?
He said that he had got an infection when he was younger, when he was like a baby.
Nonsense.
Yeah, he had whooping cough.
Well, Mom
sterile.
thought to do that.
No, he did not.
Yeah, it's nonsense.
Listen, you want to know how you know why he thinks he's sterile?
Why?
Because he's been date raping for the last 5 years and has not had any problems thus far.
Right.
So he just assumes he's sterile.
That's right.
No, he told me he went to the doctor when he was 15 and told him he had no sperm count.
Okay. This guy's a criminal. What are you doing hanging around with a 22-year-old guy at 14?
I don't like kids my age.
And by the way, if he didn't have sperm, if he had no sperm production at 15, they would have put him on testosterone, because it also would have meant he had no testosterone production. It would have required a huge workup.
How many other guys you slept with, Emily?
He's my first.
This was it. That's the way you lost the virginity?
Yeah.
Okay, now don't start spinning out of control sexually, right?
Mm-hmm. It was a one-time thing.
Yeah, but I mean, don't sleep with another guy next week. Just slow down a little bit.
When did this happen?
Saturday.
Saturday. So you can still take the morning after pill, right?
I can't. That's what I'm not sure.
Saturday night it happened?
Yes, Saturday night.
Sunday, Monday. We're Monday here?
Yeah.
Yeah, so tomorrow is your last chance to do that.
Tomorrow?
Yeah, so definitely you want to get that morning after pill tomorrow, okay?
Okay.
All right. And also get checked out, make sure there's not some infection brewing here, because that's what that discharge might be.
Okay.
All right, now slow down.
But I talked to him afterwards, so I was thinking if he was sterile, I don't think he'd call me afterwards.
Yeah, okay. But
whatever, you get the morning after pill, you get a pelvic exam, make sure there's not a serious problem here.
She's doing she's like a Columbo over here with this guy's penis. Well, he wouldn't have called if he was sterile. That's not the move of a sterile man, not to call after. Oh, I love these guys, these dynamite guys, these 22-year-old guys that just work on 14-year-old chicks.
Just
do you know what I mean?
Think how despicable that is.
Yeah.
Who is that guy?
Now, I know you're not going to judge me favorably for this.
All right.
But to me, so much of crime is effort.
Yeah.
It really is. If I'm a 22-year-old guy...
I mean, crawlers are too lazy for crime.
That's right.
Yeah. Yeah.
We would be criminals, except for that means we have to leave the house.
Right.
And...
That's a lot to ask.
Right. Now, here's what I'm saying, seriously. Show me a 22-year-old guy who's like some sort of camp counselor and who's sleeping in his bunk some night, and some 14-year-old chick comes scratching at the door, and she's got some wine coolers, and she's like seduces the guy or works on him hard, and he gives in. I don't blame the guy that much for that. Not a great move. I'll let him slide. But the guy who's getting him drunk, who's like, come on, baby, don't worry, I don't need a condom, that guy really scares me. The guy's really working it.
Yeah.
All right. That's all I'm saying.
Scary.
Jenny?
Yeah?
You're 16.
Yes.
What's up?
I just have problems with commitment. Like, I don't know. Like, I'll go, like, if I go out with a boy, I'll really like him, and I'll be fine. And after a month, I get sick of him, and I don't want commitment at all.
That's all right. You're 16. Relax.
I know, but it's, like, really hard because I still care for them, and I still love them, and I don't know, I get scared or something.
Yeah.
It sounds semi-healthy to me.
Well, it's healthy in its outcome, but it's not healthy emotionally.
Well, but it's protective. Some people that are not ready to have a real intimacy yet will be at 18.
Mm-hmm.
If you're still having this at 18, then it's a different story.
Well, what happened? Did anything get taken away from you early in life?
No.
Dad's around?
I'm sorry, what?
Is your dad around?
Somewhat.
Okay.
Tell us more.
I don't know. My dad's, he's, like, around, but he doesn't seem to, like, really care.
Why?
He's just, like, often, like, I don't know. He's kind of an alcoholic.
Ah, okay. Well,
see?
There you go.
See how healthy that is?
Yeah, so there you go.
And has he ever done anything bad to you?
No.
No.
Someone else in my family has.
Uh-oh. What happened?
It was, like, my second cousin. I was really young. He, like, molested me.
How old were you?
I was, like, 5.
Okay. But the point is you're not... Are you going crazy for guys now, or are you just freaked out by the intimacy?
I'm freaked out.
Are you having sex with a lot of guys?
No. I've never had sex.
Okay.
I'm too scared to right now.
Good. You got freaked out.
Yeah.
That's good. Yeah, I mean, that's the strategy. You take your 10-year-old kid and you blow cigarette smoke in their face until they vomit, and then they don't become smokers.
Uh-huh.
Drew is... now, your daughter's going to be... she's going to be 9 pretty soon, right?
Mm-hmm.
You're going to club her with a giant novelty penis.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Great fear of the penis, yeah.
And then she's going to cry every time she sees the male phallus, right?
That's good.
It's a good strategy.
But, Jenny, you might... a simple maneuver you might want to get into is going to Alateen and getting a relationship with a sponsor there. And if you develop a stable intimacy with somebody who's really available for you, who understands the kind of stuff you're having to deal with, you might find that you choose better partners romantically and are able to hang in more with those relationships.
My folks did the same thing with me coming up, except for it was with floss. My mom tried to strangle me with floss.
Oh, So you can't use floss anymore.
Yeah, she made sure I wouldn't floss.
Except you kind of head off another trajectory. I've noticed you floss in the car, you floss here at the studio, you're flossing all the time. You're a compulsive flosser.
How dare you accuse me of over-flossing, Drew? I floss in the car because I got something to do. Gives me something to do on the ride home.
You're an excessive floxator.
Plus, I steer with my knee better than most people do with their hands.
I said, but can't you at least get one of those novelty things that you put in your mouth? And
No, I like the two big hands.
Yeah, I see that.
All right. We'll take ourselves a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Chelsea. 14, had unprotected sex on Sunday. Wants to know if it's too late for the morning after pill. We'll tell her about that after this.
LoveLine, we'll be right back. Call on the 1-800-LOVE-191.
You're listening to LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio, 100.7 The Buzz.
Yeah. Now, see, that's a riff, Drew.
Yeah.
Makes me want to play the drums. That's Newfound Glory. They're going to be in here at the end of the week, and I'm sure we'll hear that song while they're in here. I bet we will. That's Dr. Drew. I'm Adam Carolla. Phone number 1-800-LVE-191. And now, didn't we just do a morning after call?
Right.
Sort of.
Right. Yeah, we did.
All right, so let's get back to Chelsea in a second with that. Katie?
Hi, yeah, it's me.
Hey, is this Katie?
Yeah.
Oh, it's you.
Hey, what's
Katie.
happening there, Katie?
Boys, what's up?
You're 18. What can we do for you?
Okay, here's the deal. A couple weekends ago, I was making out with my boyfriend, and of course, he fingered me, and...
Of course.
Of course, it's like a normal occurrence here. Sure. And then the next morning, I noticed that he had a wart on his finger, and I know there's a possibility that could transfer to venereal wart. And I just want to know what I should do, and should I go get it checked out? What are the possibilities?
That's not usually the same wart that becomes genital wart, though it can be.
Okay, good.
And there's nothing you can do.
But if it was the same wart, every chick in the United States would have a wart.
That's basically true. So, but how often do you get pelvic exams?
Actually, I've never had one.
All right, so use this as a reason to go get within the next couple of months to get a pelvic exam. And if there is wart virus present, it should turn up on the pap.
All right.
Thank you so much.
Let me tell you, kids, all something. I am so past fingering. I have graduated from fingering. I got to tell you. I used to look forward to fingering.
Now you're fisting?
No, I'm footing.
Footing.
I do the foot and knee now.
Oh.
That's my move. No, I mean, remember when you look forward to doing stuff just because you couldn't do it?
Yeah.
Fingering is one of those things.
But it was sort of a rung on the ladder.
That's right. You get past fingering, and when you get to be my age, you don't look back. I don't even know where my fingers are sexually.
It's hard to understand why that's such a big deal at a time when oral sex is such a nominal thing.
Well, because fingering is a stepping stone to oral sex. Fingering leads to oral sex. You see, it's a gate you have to get through to get to the oral sex.
I see.
The garden of oral sex must be passed through the finger gate.
I see.
You see? But now that I'm done with the fingering part of life, I like to, just get right to the oral sex. They've earned that in life.
Proud of you. Proud again.
Mm-hmm. And it's nothing in for you, right, Drew?
Very distinct.
You never go back there. Even feels a little weird, a little sophomoric, a little strange.
Yeah.
A little invasive.
Yeah.
Aggressive. As a doctor, you put your fingers in somebody, you want money. Right? Seriously, have you ever charged your wife for fingering her?
Not recently.
I see.
Yeah.
But you're running a tab in your mind, right? All right. Damon?
Yes.
And do you use a rubber glove or you just use your bare hands?
Bare hands.
I see. Damon, you're 23. I was asking Drew about that, but go ahead.
I have a good friend that wants to use my sperm to have a baby, and she wants to raise it by herself. And I don't know if I should go through with it.
How old is she?
She's 26.
What's the hurry for her?
I don't know. She just wants to have a baby for some reason.
Well,
is she a lesbian?
No, I don't think so.
Well, let's just think about that. Do you want that person that's desperate for a baby at 26, so desperate that she's willing to skip over?
Free begging for me,
Wait.
It's what?
Free banging for me.
Free banging for me.
Did she say she's going to have sex with you, or that she's going to collect your sperm?
No, she wants to have sex with me. But we never had, we're just platonic friends, so.
Yeah, are you sure of that? Maybe she's really into something here?
I don't think so.
Well, let me say this. If you have sex with somebody and you impregnate them,
that's your child.
You're daddy and you're liable.
Yeah, you have a fiduciary responsibility. You're going to be held accountable financially.
I think you should do it the way they do it, in the clinic where the nurse blows you and then spits it into the cup. How does that work? Is that how that works?
Just bring a cup into the stall. Well, you did it. You did the whole thing.
Yes, I did.
So you're not accountable if you go through the clinic way?
Well, no, the point is if you're going to have sex with her and have a child, that's your child. That is not loaning her some sperm.
Well, how do people do it, like, if they want, like, the singer, I forgot who got, Etheridge.
Melissa Etheridge?
Yeah, how did that work out? That's his kid, but she had it in symptom.
Right. Well, that was Hank Williams Jr.'s sperm. They wanted to give a birth to a honky-tonk superstar, Drew.
Nice.
Yeah, who is that, David Crosby's?
Yeah. So is he liable for that baby?
No, because he didn't put it in her.
Oh.
He did it into a guitar case, and then they put that in her. No, there must be paperwork that's done, right, Drew?
Yeah, there's got to be all kinds of legal.
But if you just knock her up sexually, you're on the hook.
Can't she sign like a waiver or something?
Well, you guys go sit down and talk to an attorney. That's fine.
Oh, okay.
But I don't think there is such a thing. Maybe there is. Maybe there's.
I'm sure you could work something out. Hey, Damon.
Yeah.
Do you like her at all?
Yeah, she's one of my best friends.
Oh, maybe you two ought to think about getting together.
No.
What is the?
And wouldn't that
She's
freak?
like a sister almost. You know what I mean?
Wouldn't that freak you out? Oh, your sperm in the form of a child running around.
In like 10 years from now, if I stay.
Look, there's something missing in this story, Adam, as we all know. Either she is into him and trying to reel him into something here, because as you know, a friendship between 20-year-olds, and he is not into it romantically.
And she's talking about sex.
Yeah, and borrowing your sperm and stuff. She is into it, I guarantee it. Or there's something really wrong with her that she's desperate to solve all her problems by having a child. In either case, is that who you want to have raising your child? No.
But explain this, riddle me this, Drew. If I had sex with a woman and got her pregnant, I would really feel like that kid was mine.
Yeah.
If I whacked off into this coffee bean and tea leaf cup, which I may do because we're running low on cream, and that got put into the same woman under my authorization, I wouldn't feel like that was my kid.
Isn't that interesting?
Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's a feeling, yeah.
Do you kind of get that feeling?
Same feeling, yeah.
Why is that?
Because we're bizarre, we're animals. That is not a rational feeling.
Not really, no.
Not really, please.
All right. Jim?
Yes.
You're 27?
That's correct.
What's up?
Gotta say, you guys make my job a lot more bearable.
Hang on a second, Jim. On the other hand, we talk to guys who ejaculate, onto someone and accidentally touch her, and they get pregnant. Some wayward sperm gets in there. That's his kid.
Yeah. I know.
So
go ahead, Jim. Thanks. What do you do for a living?
I work for a publishing company. I sit in front of a computer all day.
I see.
All night, actually.
I see.
Yeah. It sucks.
And you listen to the show then?
Yeah.
Oh, good. Well, what's up?
Well, about 10 days ago, I started taking Zyban to help me stop smoking.
Yeah.
And I had 3 samples, 150 milligrams, took those. Fourth day, I had a subscription for generic bupropion, I think is what it's called. I was taking 300 milligram tablets. The end of the first day, I got really in a bad mood, really depressed.
Depressed, not irritable or angry?
No, well, a little irritable, but really, I was feeling. I have kind of a history of depression.
Were you taking them?
Hasn't been a problem for me for a few years now.
Were you taking them once a day or twice a day, the 300 milligrams?
I was taking 100 milligrams 3 times a day, so 300 total.
Yeah.
And it was kind of that same feeling that I haven't experienced in several years that I went through. I was really just down.
Had you stopped smoking yet?
No, I hadn't.
Okay.
And because from what I understand, you're supposed to wait until about the second week, which is sometime this week.
Yeah. I would be very, very careful with this. That's certainly not the typical reaction. Wellbutrin, or bupropion, when it reacts badly, usually gives you headaches, sleep disturbances, agitation, some panic maybe, irritability, anger outbursts, but not depression. That's sort of a rare thing.
Yeah, well, I had that same night I had hallucinations.
Oh, no. You got to call the doctor's prescribing this and stop it. Yeah.
And I've had mood swings.
No,
I had a panic attack.
You got to call them and tell them you're a lightweight, Jim.
I'm a lightweight. I am.
And you may want to switch to. I don't know why the XR wasn't affecting you that way, the long-acting one, but
it wasn't a long-acting.
Well, you originally the samples were though.
Yeah.
And that didn't seem to bother you, so it might be worth trying that again, but that would be up to the doctor.
Is Zyban and Wellbutrin the same thing?
Yeah.
It's just what Wellbutrin is when it's marketed to people who want to quit smoking?
Yeah. They've got a new version of Prozac now, too.
What's that called?
It's called, I keep thinking it's like Happy Fem. It's a PMS. It's a PMS.
Oh, it's for crazy chicks.
Yeah, it's like Fembot. What the hell is it?
Fembot?
Oh, it's hysterical.
But wait a minute.
What is it called?
Don't you kind of have to call it the same thing?
No, you do anything you want. Why do they have to call it? They can call it anything they want.
I don't know. It just doesn't seem right.
There are multiple. Listen, almost any medicine you can name is out there marketed under 3 or 4 different names, and each one going after a different sort of reason for a different application.
Yeah, I think once in a while car companies do that. You know, like Mitsubishi has the same one Dodge has, but it's a different name for
Serafem.
Serafem is the name of it.
Nice.
Someone just made that up?
Yeah.
Okay. What were we saying there, Anderson? You want to take a little break?
Yeah.
You tired? Okay, buddy. We're going to take a little break. When we come back, we'll speak to Gabby, who's 18. He got shot in the ribs and wants to know if he can... Gabby, the gal. Well, that makes sense. I just don't think of women getting shot.
No,
it's like a man's job.
Yeah.
She must have stepped in front of a bullet that was meant for some guy. All right, so we'll talk to her and about her getting pregnant and all that good stuff after this.
1-800-LOVE-191. We'll be right back.
Here we go. It's LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That is Dr. Drew over there. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Now, when we left off, we were talking to Gabby. Gabby's 18, got shot in the ribs. Shocking that she's calling from Los Angeles, huh, Drew?
Mm-hmm.
Gabby?
Hi.
Hey.
How are you?
Good. How are you doing?
Okay.
When did you get shot?
A couple months ago.
What happened?
Well, I almost got raped by this guy, and I tried to get away from him, and he shot me.
Wow. Even having been shot, was that not the right thing to do?
Yeah.
Because it would have been worse if you'd hung in with him, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Most likely would have.
Yeah.
Was this a guy you knew?
Well, I knew him for a short time, and then now I don't talk to him anymore, of course.
Now, you'll notice...
give him a second chance.
Even with this, you'll notice we're not going to...
after he shot me and put me in the hospital for 2 months.
Ugh.
And what happened to him?
I think he's in jail now.
You think?
Well, I've been in the hospital, and my dad didn't tell me.
So what happened?
Well, he shot me, and it hit...
What do you mean what happened?
No, I mean, you said you knew the guy.
Yeah, he was, my ex-boyfriend's really good friend, and we became friends.
And did he abduct you?
No, we were coming home from a party, and yeah, well, I guess you could call it that.
And so he tried to, pull over somewhere and rape you?
Yeah.
And you struggled with him and got out of the car? Mm-hmm. And he started running?
Well, yeah, and then he pulled me up against a wall, and he, tried to take my clothes off and stuff, and then I got away from him, and he shot me.
And he just shot you while you were running away?
Yeah, in the back of my ribs. And
Did you know that he was this kind of guy?
No, he was a lot nicer to me. And then it hit every organ in my body, except for my heart.
And did he leave you for dead?
Yeah, he left. And luckily one of the people outside saw and called an ambulance.
And they picked you up and rushed you to the hospital, and you were in there for 2 months?
Yeah. It wasn't that bad, except for the fact it hit everything in my body.
Well, other than that?
Yeah, other than that.
Well, stop telling yourself it hit every organ in your body, okay? Because It didn't hit your brain, didn't hit your spinal column, didn't hit your pancreas, didn't hit your kidneys. I mean, it hit a lot of things.
How do you know it didn't hit all those things? It's going to ricochet around.
Because she's talking to us.
Okay.
It did ricochet around. I'm sure it hit the liver. I'm sure it hit multiple ailments in the bowel. Okay, then that's what these gunshots do.
Did it come out of you, or did they have to fish it out?
They had to fish it out.
And now you're wondering if you're going to have children?
Well, yeah, because it hit one of my ovaries.
Okay, well, you can do fine with just the other one.
Okay.
No problem.
What happened? Did they have to remove the ovary?
Yeah, one of them.
But not the uterus?
No.
Oh, there's an organ missed.
Okay.
But that's fine. No, you can do just fine without an organ.
So is everything in you an organ?
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, you always think of, liver.
There's organ and there's just connective tissue. There's things that hold it all together, and there's the organs.
Your skin's an organ.
Mm-hmm.
Lungs.
Organ.
How about your ass? Organ?
Part of an organ.
The bowel?
Yeah.
Big and small intestine organs?
Mm-hmm.
Everything's an organ in you.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Gabby?
Yeah.
So you're going to be okay.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just more dealing with the trauma of all this. It's awful.
How you doing with that?
Yeah, I'm okay. Just a little scared to be around guys now.
Oh, understandably.
And you don't know how long this guy's doing in prison or anything?
No, I'm not sure.
Do you not want to know?
Yeah.
No, I don't really want to know.
Yeah.
Well, wouldn't you feel better if you knew he was in there for 20 years?
Yeah, I'd feel better if he was in there for life, but...
You want him dead, I'm sure.
Yeah, it's just I would rather not know where he is, and...
I think it's actually healthy for her just to let it go. Just to be done with it.
I just want to forget about him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Are you getting into counseling or anything for this?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I'm glad you're well. That's good.
All right.
it's one of these things that it's wrong place, wrong time.
Yeah. I don't want to belabor the point, but wouldn't you know? I mean, wouldn't you want to know, or wouldn't you almost have to know what happened to the guy who assaulted you in terms of going to prison?
No, I think it's pretty good. It's pretty healthy for her.
Wouldn't you have to testify and stuff?
That's the part I don't understand.
I mean, how do you...
Well, maybe they had enough witnesses and stuff to just take care of it.
Yeah, but the attempted rape part?
But somebody saw it.
Yeah, nobody saw that.
How did she said somebody saw it.
Somebody heard the shot and saw her lying on the ground. Gabby?
Yeah.
Did anybody see the attempted rape part?
Yeah.
Oh, who saw that?
This guy named Brandon. I don't know his last name.
Is he the one that testified?
Yeah.
Oh, you mean he was like in the car with you?
No, he was driving by and he stopped and was right by a gas station.
Uh-huh.
And he was at the gas station.
So he saw the whole thing?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, that's good.
Was this guy on drugs?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, evidently. That's what it sounds like.
All right. Hey, kick your boyfriend or your ex-boyfriend in the nuts next time you see him, would you please?
Yeah, okay, no problem.
Yeah, it's great. Great guy. Yeah, he's hanging around with this guy.
And by the way, let's make a mental note here for all of our listeners that we did not go through our usual litany of questions for Gabby.
You mean like who molested you?
Yeah. You notice how when it's a bona fide, violent rape, that's a random act.
Oh yeah.
It's the people that create these that participate with these victimizers that we know something happened before.
Right. All right. Matt?
Yep.
You're 20.
Hi. First of all, I would just like to say you guys do an absolutely fantastic job. I've only been listening to the show for about a few months, but it's really enjoyable to listen to.
Thank you.
You're welcome. I would just like to say this is not a bogus call at all, although the question on the screen is not the question that I have. I called and tried to get the lady I asked her about Accutane, and she pretty much just hung up.
All right, what do you want to ask about it?
All right, well, I'm thinking about getting Accutane, and I do smoke pot pretty much daily.
All right. I wouldn't do it. The pot's eventually going to make you seriously depressed, and the Accutane could really push you over that cliff.
Right, that's what I was curious about. That, and I'm pretty small. I'm about 5'11", 135 pounds, and I know I'm not done growing, and I was worried about if there would be physical side effects in addition to that at all.
No, you're just about... 21 is when guys are done growing, so you're pretty close to that.
Sorry, Ichabod.
Well, all my brothers have kind of sprouted up, to good 160 to 180 pounds, so I know that I'm not done putting on weight, even though
that's fine. That may well be.
No, and the good news is you'll get a huge beer gut one day that'll fit nicely on that skinny frame of yours. Does Accutane do anything to your growth?
Not that I'm aware of. No, not at this late stage. Certainly plenty of adolescents are on the medicine. Great medicine. It basically cures acne. It is... it absolutely works almost without exception. but it makes you tired, it makes you depressed, it can make you sort of have difficulty functioning sometimes. Even.
Still nothing worse than a zit.
Nothing worse than a zit, and if you add heavy pot onto that, you're going to that's like a recipe for depression.
Joe?
Oh, hi.
Hey, Joe, you're 17.
Hi. When I pee, there's it really hurts and there's blood in it.
Well, why don't you see a doctor about that?
Well, I've been wanting to, but I'll get my parents involved.
Well, maybe they should be. Are you afraid it's a sexually transmitted thing?
Actually, I've been pretty much sexually non-active for about a year now.
Blood in the urine can be 100 different things.
Why are you worried about your parents? You didn't do anything wrong.
My parents are weird. It's like living
Look,
in a cop house.
you get yourself over to St. Joe's, all right?
All right, well, the blood is not a lot. I mean, it's just...
Hey, listen, if you're not sexually active, the least important thing it could be is an infection. This could be serious disease in your kidney, could be tumors in the bladder, it could be lots of different things. The list is a mile long. And the quicker you get on it, the more likely, and some of these are quite serious. Now, some of it's nothing, but you got to know that right away because they need to be treated immediately or you can end up with very, very serious long-term problems.
All right, Joe.
Right away.
All right.
Listen, you're peeing blood. Go to the hospital. What are you worried about with your parents? It's not like you banged half a whorehouse and now you're peeing blood and your folks are Jehovah's Witness. Parents are uptight and you're peeing blood. What are they going to do? Punish him? Ground him? All right. Let's speak to Chelsea, who's 14. Chelsea?
Hi.
You're the one who had unprotected sex on Sunday?
Yeah. Well, on Friday, I was at a party and my first guy that I ever had sex with was all over this other girl, and so I called my ex-boyfriend to come over because I normally call guys when I'm depressed or sad or whatever. And we ended up having sex on Sunday, and he did pull out. And so I was wondering if I should still take the 72-hour pill.
He pulled out before he ejaculated?
Well, yeah.
No, he's still in her now, Drew.
But the way she said it made me think that he pulled out before he even got going. Like he just stopped.
No, he pulled out.
All right. Yeah, you should get the morning after pill. Definitely.
Okay, well, is it okay if I get it tomorrow?
When did this happen? This happened Friday?
Sunday.
Sunday, yes. Tomorrow's fine.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, but I don't know why we got on a Friday. That's when you saw your ex-boyfriend at a party with another chick.
Right, okay, got it.
You know the beauty of being a woman? It's like I saw my ex-boyfriend at a party. He was all over this chick. So I made a phone call.
Yeah, that's it. Pow.
And I was having sex with this other guy about 15 minutes later. Well, about 18 minutes later because he got lost.
How many guys could even make anything close to that?
Here's my story. My story's I went to a party. I saw one of my exes having sex or getting it on with this other dude. So I went home and jacked off.
And cried.
And cried.
And how about the next night?
River of semen and tears.
Cry me a river. Oh, God.
Cry me a river, semen and tears.
Oh, my God.
Semen and tears. That's going to be the name. That's going to be the name of my biography.
Yeah.
This was finally written. Women, you have this power. You can pick up that phone and call that dude. Hey, call the dude you had sex with. Call the dude you haven't had sex with yet. Or just start dialing numbers randomly. Someone will show up. David?
Yeah, hey, Adam.
Hey.
How you doing, my man?
Good.
All right, I had a question. I've been going out with this girl for 3 weeks, 3.5 weeks, and it's kind of hard for me to get with girls because, there isn't any girls, that are my type. Now, this one is my type. We click, right away.
What is your type?
Outgoing, and, she's just got to click with me, and, I'm pretty hard to click with. I don't hang around with girls that much. I'm a guy thing, and girls just got to click with me. Now, this girl that I'm dating right now, she hangs around with this other guy, and she keeps telling me he's gay. And, I just doubted that he is gay. I've met the guy. He doesn't look gay. He doesn't sound gay.
Mm-hmm.
And she hangs around with him all the time. I just call her, and she's like, I call you back, call you in 5 minutes, and in 3 more hours, she calls me back.
How old is the guy?
The guy I think he's 18 or 19.
How old is the girl?
18.
Wait, what is it that makes her click with you? Help me understand that.
Well, they both enjoy the same things.
Yeah.
Which
You know,
is,
kind of like that.
Smoking weed and watching Nickelodeon.
No, I get the feeling that she likes me, and I like her too. And, you know, that is the thing right there.
Yeah, so what is it your type? You said so that another girl likes you, that's it? That's all it takes? If someone likes you, you're in?
No, it's not that. It's just, oh, man, I don't know.
All right,
that's clear.
You smoke a lot of weed?
No, I don't. I don't smoke at all.
Really?
Yeah.
I don't get the weird thing from him.
You do something.
No, I don't do anything.
What'd you do? Did you get hit in the head with a skateboard or something?
No.
What, do I sound high?
No.
No, you sound affected.
He's 16.
Well, no,
you know what it is? Hang on a second, Dave. He sounds 19, but he's 16.
Really?
And so it makes it sound like he's not quite where he should be.
Maybe
I have an accent, you know, that could be, yeah.
Where's your accent from?
My parents are Persian, Iranian.
So I think you actually sound older than you are, and it's disconcerting.
Okay,
I look older than I am, too.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you Persian guys do. You have like full beards and a bald spot at 15. Big rope gold chain bracelet. Pull up driving a Monte Carlo. All right, so you really like this chick?
Yeah.
Okay. Well, you feel it out. Go slow. I don't know. I don't totally trust her. She's 18. Most 18-year-old chicks don't go out with 16-year-old guys, although, like I said, there is the Persian factor, which means like you're 44.
And girls that are into the guy don't make him wait 3 hours to call him back and stuff, typically. You know, they're...
Okay, no, check this out. The first date that we had sex.
Uh-huh.
On the first date.
This is why she's your type.
Yeah.
This is the whole deal right here.
Yeah, let me spell out David's type. Hold still while he sexes on her. Okay.
All right.
David, just keep things going with her.
Slow down.
Don't get her pregnant.
Relax. She may not be into him as much as he's into her, frankly.
Yeah. Yeah, I like those Persian guys. They're like 14 and hairy, super hairy.
Super hairy.
Beards. Been working for 8 years. It's weird when some guys become men really young.
Yeah.
Really like goatee and big hairy forearms and everything. And like, you know, sophomore in high school. All right. Let's speak to Stephanie. Stephanie?
Hello?
You're 25. What's up?
Yeah, I'm 25, and I've been dating this guy for 3 months. And I really like him a lot, and I just found out that he's a porn star.
Really?
How did you not know that before?
We never really go anywhere. He just is like, I like to stay at home and watch movies.
What do you think he did for a living?
I don't know. He's part ownership in a restaurant.
So you just thought he was a restaurant owner?
Yeah.
And how did you find out he's a porn star?
He finally told me because my roommate knows his friend Sean, who is a hairdresser, and he was threatening to come and tell me, so he felt like he had to tell me.
His friend was threatening to tell you.
And then I found out that that's why we never went anywhere, because he was afraid, you know, being out, people...
Uh-huh. He does straight porn?
As far as I know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that could be the second part of the lie she finds out about. Would you be freaked out if he did gay porn?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. How are you doing with him in the straight porn?
Well, I think I'm more in love with the sex part, because he's, like, really good.
She's in the stripper or something?
And so I thought, well, I'll figure out how it would affect me, so I bought one of his videos.
And? What's his porn name?
Oh, I don't want to say.
Just for fun. Come on. No one will know who he is. Well, he's not a household name, is he?
Yeah, no, he's done, I found out he's done, like, over 100 movies.
Yeah, but guys do that in a weekend. That's like they do that over the Labor Day weekend and that. I mean, you know, Ron Jeremy's done like 3,000 movies. It wasn't a tip-off to you that he had a tan line from a thong back and his pubes were shaved into a widow's peak? That wasn't a giveaway? You know what I mean?
Well, he doesn't have a widow's peak. He's completely shaved. Everything, his arms, legs, everything.
Yeah, his nuts, everything? Yeah. See, that should sound the alarm to most of you ladies when you see the guy with the
No, because a lot of guys nowadays shave.
All right, and the tan salon tan didn't do anything for you either? You didn't?
No tan line.
No tan line.
No.
Oh, okay. So you're more turned on now that he's done this. You watched his movies?
No, it doesn't turn me on, but I don't know what to do because I...
Did you watch the movie?
Yes.
Did you masturbate?
No.
Can I use the movie then?
How'd you react to it?
My roommate and I just kind of laughed at it. I don't know.
Well, why'd you... didn't you feel weird sitting down with your roommate to watch your boyfriend naked having sex with somebody else?
Well, it's not like she couldn't go in the video store and run it herself if she wanted.
Well, I know,
Yeah,
but you didn't have to alert her.
You have to
that.
sit down with her and watch. Well, it's like women different.
My best friend.
Yeah, women different than men.
Okay.
Different.
It didn't freak you out to see him having sex with another woman, or it did?
Yeah, it did.
Okay.
And what do you do for a living?
I'm a hairdresser.
I see. So, do you want to break up with him now?
I don't know what to do. What should I do?
Well, does he want to get out of the business, or does he want to stay in the business?
He's not in the business anymore. He hasn't been for a year, as far as I know.
Uh-huh. Now, what if he said, I'm getting out, I'm staying out, I'm doing it because I love you? What would you do?
I don't know if I believe it.
But let's say it was the truth. Would you stay with him?
Well, so you're done then. But it's very telling that you don't believe him.
Well, forget about the believing part. Would you just be freaked out that he did that in the past?
It freaks me out, yeah. It's kind of, it's just, I have mixed feelings about it. I don't know.
Do you think you could get over it? I mean, is it the deception part or the history part?
The history part.
Okay, so this may be something you can't get over.
Right.
That's it.
All right, well, if that's true, then
in
that's...
your opinion, do you think it's like a bad thing, or?
It means a lot. It means something.
I mean, because if you think about it, I mean, people have sex all the time.
Don't rationalize like that.
It's more the tan salon and the shaving the nuts that I worry about.
Do you guys do drugs together?
No.
Okay. Is he a recovering person?
No, I don't think so.
Yeah. You don't know much about this guy. That's really the most disturbing thing.
Well, he's 30. Well, he lives with his parents.
And how? Really?
Oh.
Whoa. Does he live with his parents, or is this just bogus?
I swear.
He does porn and lives at home?
He doesn't do it anymore.
He's living my dream, this kid.
How old is he?
In his 30s.
I see. Are you a little bit crazy, Stephanie? A little bit?
No, my roommate's crazier than me.
You guys ever get it on?
No.
Huh?
No.
Mm-hmm. You like the ladies?
No.
Never?
No.
I see, me neither. Okay, break up.
Break up with
You're
him?
freaked up. You're freaked out about this guy. Stephanie's kind of nutty.
Yeah.
Hey, I got a theory. You know, all hairdressers are nuts. They're crazy nuts. The guys are flaming queers and the chicks are just out of their mind. Do you think it's something like the fluorocarbons? Do you think it's like they're sucking up too much hairspray? It can't be that universal. You know, it's like all the guys who worked in these ship factories in the 50s and the 60s sucked up the asbestos and they're all dead now. I think it's one of those things. There has to be something in the environment.
There was the great pomade outbreak of 66.
Aha!
Yeah.
And the dippity-doo crisis of 71?
That's right.
I really think that they've all just sucked up too much Aquanet and it's fried their brain. Drew, let's look into this.
Okay.
Because there's not a hairstylist I know that isn't completely whacked.
Well, Stephanie was whacked. Stephanie's interesting. I mean, she doesn't know anything about this guy. He's a porn star. She's laughing maniacally. Lives with his parents.
Sat down with the roommate to check out the video.
Oh, my God.
Guy's shooting porn. Where are you going, son? I gotta pull a train. I bang some bitches. I'll be back later on tonight. Yeah, tell Mom I'm eating at home tonight. You guys need anything? I'll swing by the 5 and Dime, pick you guys up some powder or something. You all right? All right, son. You working this weekend? Yeah, I'm doing some anal. We're shooting an anal scene this weekend. Mom, Dad, That's Randy West. And it's Ron Jeremy over there. There's Peter North. Yeah, thank you. It's nice to meet you. Oh, no, sit down. Enjoy. We're going to eat dinner. How do you do porn and live at home? Okay. We'll take ourselves a little break. You think he's still up on the bunk bed or... Oh. When we come back, we'll speak to Steven, who's 18. Penis is so small, girlfriend uses vibrator to get off. Makes him mad. Feels bad. We'll get to him after this.
Hello? Who's this?
This is LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. LoveLine will be right back.
You're listening to LoveLine on Outrageous Talk Radio. 100.7 The Buzz.
Hello, this is the Mango from the Saturday Night with the Live. And you did listen to the LoveLine with the Adam Carolla sauce and the Drew Man with the ass. No! You can't have a man! No mango for you!
Oh, my God.
Yeah.
How did he time that one?
That's good time.
That was good.
It is LoveLine. I'm Adam Carolla. That's Dr. Drew. Phone number 1-800-LOVE-191. Now, we'll get back to the phones and speak to young Steven, who's 18 years old. Steven?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. How you doing?
Pretty good.
That's good.
Yeah.
What's going on in the background there, Steven?
Nothing much.
I see.
Yeah, just nothing much going on. I have the radio on a little bit.
Mm-hmm. Could you turn that down for us, please?
Yeah. Let me turn it down real quick.
All right. I have to punish Steven just a little bit by putting him on hold. I hope he's hearing that. And we'll speak to Michael, who's 34. We'll get back to Steven in 1 second. Michael?
Yes.
What's up?
I'm 34 years old. I had a bad accident in May of last year. I lost 2 limbs, and I'm in pretty bad shape. I'm having a real hard time with my insurance company.
Well, what happened in the accident?
I was riding a motorcycle on the 2-lane highway, and the car coming the other direction crossed the center line and hit me.
And what'd you lose?
Lost my left arm and left leg.
Are you okay otherwise?
My right leg's pretty damaged, but it's coming around. It's getting a little better.
Left arm and left leg.
Yeah.
Oh, I'll tell you, it hurts my teeth to hear that.
Yeah.
And
you get a cremasteric response.
Yeah, my nuts suck right up into my... Do I have ovaries, Drew? I do now.
How's the feeling?
You got to do some pretty good damage to yourself these days to lose something, right?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, because they got ways of putting you back together that they didn't have 20 years ago.
Yeah.
Oh, baby. So left arm, left leg.
Yeah, my left leg got torn off in the accident, and my left arm was crushed so bad. Man, they tried to save it for I was in a coma, for like a month, but I guess for 3 days they tried to save my arm, but it eventually turned black and died.
So you were in a coma?
Yeah, for a month.
So you woke up in the hospital?
Yes.
You had no memory of this?
I have no memory of the accident at all.
So when you woke up in the hospital, I mean, you didn't know what to make of it, right?
Well, I was so heavily medicated.
Yeah, it's not like the television where you wake up. It's you slowly start figuring out you're alive, that you're here, that what's going on, who people are. Your brain starts working slowly.
Yeah,
you slowly, over days and days and sometimes weeks, kind of come back into reality.
Seems like a really bad dream,
Yeah, this business of waking up. Oh, hey, he's awake. No, please. It doesn't happen like that.
Drew's just jealous of the TV doctors. Hey, you right-handed?
Yeah.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
I mean, seriously, if you lost your good, your masturbating hand and your writing hand, I mean, it's a big deal. Imagine you lose your good hand.
Mm-hmm.
You can't write anymore.
Right.
Or masturbating.
L.A.
Okay. So what's happening now?
Well, I'm stuck in a nursing home, believe it or not. My insurance company is too cheap, to put me in some place where I can get some therapy. Supposedly I'm supposed to get some limbs one of these days. I can't ever get it nailed down on a date, when I'm going to be provided with some limbs or at least an electric wheelchair or something so I can, get myself around or even just go outside and breathe. It'd be nice.
Are you married?
No, I have a really great girlfriend though that stood by me the whole time.
Wow, fabulous. Well, I don't understand why they're not providing you with the resources you need. It's just a minimal sort of ability to deal with daily living. I would think they'd have to provide you. Do you have an attorney?
No.
Maybe you need some legal representation.
Well, I talked to an attorney, but the people that hit me, there's no way I could, they had no insurance and no license and from south of the border, you know what I mean?
Sure.
And no justice there.
But can you at least, can an attorney help represent you to the insurance company to make sure they do what they're supposed to do?
You mean to my insurance company?
Yeah, no, yours.
Well,
you were insured on your motorcycle?
No, he's got his health insurance isn't giving him the resources.
Well, did you have health insurance?
Yes.
And what about motorcycle insurance?
Well, I had a policy on the paid for the bike.
Right.
But there was no coverage for me, unfortunately.
Mm-hmm. All right. Hey, it's bad times, Michael.
Yeah,
Holy Christ. But let me tell you the good news.
All right.
Got a right hand?
No, I don't know. You got your right hand.
Right.
And
got a girlfriend that's amazing.
I've seen these prosthetic commercials. These guys are running marathons. They're dunking basketballs. They're karate kicking. These guys with these prosthetic. I see this one prosthetic limb. The guy's running a 100-yard dash in 10 seconds.
Right.
I mean, it's crazy.
I've seen all this too. What about me? I'm wondering what do I got to do to get my insurance company.
Can you get in touch with a social worker?
Well, this place has a social worker, but I get no justice.
And you've talked to the social worker?
Yes.
And what do they tell you?
Well, they just they tell me that they'll call the guy that's making the prosthetics, and he's got the same answer every time. It's 2 weeks, and I've been here in 2 weeks for over 6 months now.
How does it work? How much of your arm do you have?
I got about an arm that's maybe 4 inches long.
From where? From the shoulder?
Yeah, from shoulder down.
Goes down 4 inches. And then what about your leg?
Same.
4 inches from your armpit? No. Is it lower than your nuts or higher?
Yeah, a little bit lower.
A little lower.
Yeah.
And they can get you a leg. They can get you an arm that works and stuff.
Right.
How does that work?
Well, they got two types of arms basically. They got these mechanical ones that just work off of, you basically got the doctor hook,
Right.
And then they have some more advanced electronics. They call them myoelectric, I think.
They activate by your muscles.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Do they go under your skin?
No.
No.
No, it
surface of the skin. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to explain. I mean, I would never imagine it until I lost the limbs. I mean, you still feel like you have them. I still feel like I can move my fingers and everything. It's bizarre.
Isn't that wild?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Drew's the same with his foreskin.
Yeah.
You still feel like you have it, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Right.
Still moving.
Hey, Michael.
Yeah.
We don't have any good answers for you.
Really?
I'm sorry. I'm sorry for what happened to you. All I can say is anything that doesn't kill you makes you stronger somehow.
And persevere with this. It sounds like it's not that they're not willing to give you what you need. It's just it's taken a long time. And keep at him. He'll get there.
You'd think they'd want to get him up and out of there.
Yeah, you would. It'd be very important to hear their side of this to see what the issues are that they're contending with.
Yeah.
Caretakers.
Oh, my teeth still hurt, Drew.
My nuts are still in my chest.
Pete?
Yes.
Hold on, those are my nuts. I need them back. You're 25?
Yes.
What's up?
Well,
wait a minute. Were we talking? No, we weren't talking to you. Go ahead, Pete. I'm sorry.
Okay. Basically, like I was telling the lady on the other line, 25 years old. My girlfriend's 25 also. We've been together for almost 9 months now. And recently she found out she had some type of, I don't know if it's a wart or whatever it is. I think it's a boil if you ask me personally, but I'm not a doctor. But anyways, I think it's a boil. She doesn't know. She went to the doctor. The doctor gave her some cream and gave her some pills to take, and it hasn't gone down.
Where is it?
It's right in between the lips, right at the bottom of the lips.
Yeah, it's a Bartholin's gland cyst, infected gland.
It's what?
It's an infected gland. Just have her to take lots of hot baths. It'll help that go down.
Okay. And also, it's like, she says I'm too affectionate and too, I don't know how you could say it, just...
Clingy?
Yeah, clingy, I guess you could say.
Uh-huh. Where are you right now?
Actually, I'm at work right now.
At a wave pool?
Yeah, I hear the tide coming in. You a marine biologist, Pete?
No, actually, no. I'm a foreman for GD Heil.
I see. Oh, Heil. What the hell do they make? Some kind of equipment or something?
No, we're demolition company.
Nice. You guys blow up buildings?
But now we take them down. We tear them down internally.
I see. Yeah, that's no good. All right, Pete, why are you so clingy?
Well, this is the thing. I was married for 3.5 years, and the whole time, my ex-wife always said, well, you never showed me enough love and never did this, never did that.
Mm-hmm.
That's why she went out and cheated on me.
Mm-hmm.
So with this girl, Kim, it's totally different. It's like I want to show her that, that, hey, I'm here to stay. I'm not here to, go out and do anything,
Yeah, but showing her is different. Showing is different than intruding and controlling and making somebody feel smothered. It's very different.
Yeah, it's subtle. And guys, you got to figure this out. And I know everyone hides behind this, which is, oh, well, so shoot me. I love her too much.
Yeah.
Or pardon me for caring.
Nonsense.
Or isn't this what you wanted? But we all know that vibe of too much. It's a little creepy. It's a little intrusive. You feel like you're constantly going to hurt the person, break the person, let them down. I mean, there are ways to be present and ways to be affectionate without freaking them out. But the good news is that's the kind of guy Pete is anyway, so he claims.
Right.
The laid-back guy, like he was in his first marriage.
He should be able to back off to that.
This should be the greatest news of his life.
Yeah.
He gets to relax.
Yeah.
I wish someone would tell me this in a relationship.
Would it really make a difference?
No.
Go from relaxed to more relaxed?
No, I would go from napping to coma. That's my range. I range from nap to coma. It's a pretty broad range if you think about it. Steven?
Yeah.
All right, you're 18. You turned your radio down an hour ago.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that.
Okay. You're the one with the small penis?
Yeah.
And how big is it?
Approximately 2.5 inches.
Erect?
Yeah.
Ooh. See, normally we go, that's not small, whatever number they give. Yeah. But in this case, wow, that's small.
Yeah, it is. I'm embarrassed about it.
That's bad times. And how you doing at oral sex?
Oral sex, I eat my girlfriend out, but she doesn't go down on me, though. And but we've been going on for 3 years, and it's never become an issue. And about 6 months ago, she finally, we kind of stopped having sex, and I asked her, what's the problem? And she wouldn't tell me, and I kind of knew what was going on.
Mm-hmm.
But and then, about 2 months ago, we went to have sex, and she pulled out a vibrator, and she started giving herself oral sex with a vibrator, and
hold on a second. Wait.
I mean, not oral sex, but she started
stimulation. Yeah.
Meanwhile, the guy who lost the arm and the leg has just heard about Steven with the 2.5-inch penis, and he's laughing his ass off. Yeah, he's never felt better in his life.
Yeah.
He's never felt more alive. She pulled the vibrator out and started doing that on herself while...
Right before I got on top of her.
I see.
That's good. What's wrong with that?
Yeah, a little help.
I mean, well,
less work for you.
Yeah, well, I get tired of masturbating, so when it comes down to it, I kind of expect, we've been going off 3 years, I expect, at least have sex.
How come she doesn't give you oral sex when you spend so much time giving her oral sex?
She never says. I asked her, when are you going to give me head? And she just says, I don't know. I'm not into that.
I see.
And
maybe the relationship has run its course, Steven. 3 years, you guys met at 15?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
Maybe that's about it.
Yeah.
You ever think about that?
Yeah.
I mean, I really think to be in a relationship from 15 to 18 is plenty.
Yeah, that's right.
Because what do you do? Then get married at 19 and a half?
That's the only place you can go.
Freak out at 22?
Yeah.
I believe it goes against a man and, to a certain extent a woman's, but especially a man's, it goes against his nature. That ain't right.
Mm-hmm.
You're asking him to do something God doesn't want him to do.
It's like raising panda bears in the wrong kind of environment or something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In an igloo.
Yeah.
It's not right.
Yeah.
True with the panda bears.
Just I was thinking about animals that are sensitive to certain kinds of captivity.
Yeah. All right. All right, we'll take ourselves a little break. So we agree. Stephen, hey, listen, everybody, when your relationship has gone on for 3 years and you stopped having sex and you've been together since you were 14 or 15 and she's saying she ain't into you anymore and whatever and it's just not good, just break it off. It's probably that's probably a message that's being sent to you. When we come back, we'll speak to Adam, is 16, did ecstasy over the weekend, and now can't sleep. Wants to know what to do? We'll tell him after this.
LoveLine. 1-800-LOVE-191. Back in a minute.
Drew over there. Here we go. Back to the old salt mine. Adam?
It's Adams.
Adams.
Yeah.
All right.
You're 16. What's up?
Over the weekend, my friend was having a party, and I took ecstasy for the first time. And I remember a little bit after it. I was like partying around.
Mm-hmm.
But about, I don't know, I guess maybe an hour went by, and then I don't remember anything. And I woke up the next day around 2. Like that night I slept fine, but I haven't been able to sleep since then.
Mm-hmm. And that was what night?
That was Saturday night.
2 nights no sleep. One night, really.
Bad night's sleep, right? Tossing and turning?
Well, it was weird, because I've tossed and turned, like when I'm hot or something and I sleep.
Mm-hmm.
But this, I'm having like nightmares, and they're weird-ass nightmares.
Well, this drug is known to damage brain. It should not be surprising. You get all kinds of funny symptoms.
Mm-hmm.
Did you have a big dose, or do you know?
It was just 1 pill.
So we don't really know.
Yeah, it was. I had alcohol that night too. I was drinking.
Are you on any medications?
I'm on some acne medicine. I forget what it's called. It's some weird name.
Accutane?
No, it starts with an S. It's a long name. I don't know what it's called.
Oral pill?
Yeah.
Oh, it's like minocycline, something like that. Tetracycline.
I used to be on tetracycline, and then I changed.
All right. Well, there's nothing to undo at this point.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, don't do any more.
If you start having panic attacks or keep having trouble sleeping or get very depressed, you got to see someone. You got to see a psychiatrist who has familiarity with dealing with addiction and substance abuse, because it's not at all uncommon. It's kind of uncommon after a single exposure. Yeah. But it definitely happens, and it usually happens after 5 or 10 exposures.
Can't you get thrown off your rhythm as well? And can it take you a while to sort of recycle that rhythm?
Yeah, listen, sleep cyclings are very delicate.
Yeah. Carla?
Hello?
You're 18. What's up?
Hi. I have a question. What's more like a really big problem? My boyfriend tried to commit suicide, and he jumped out of a 4-story building, apartment.
A 4-story building?
Yeah, apartment actually. And that night I was talking to him, and the reason he committed suicide, he said, because of me. He has this really bad anger problem, like rage. He just gets really angry.
But he didn't kill himself, though.
No, he's still in the hospital right now.
What happened to him?
He had his right leg amputated, and I've gone to see him in the hospital, and he tells me that it's my fault. And
isn't it weird we haven't had an amputation call in 5 years?
Well, Monday's now going to be amputation night. What's up with doctors these days?
I don't know.
Are they cutting everything off?
Yeah, that's the plan.
They can't fix stuff? What are you guys doing? Do they just not care?
Yeah, they cut it off. Forget it.
I don't want to go too far south here, but if the president's leg was, this kid's leg, do you think they would amputate it, or do you think they'd fly him into Bethesda Naval Hospital and fix it?
There are things that are unfixable. Lots of things.
Okay. So he lost his leg.
Yeah, and I don't know if I should help him out, or because I know he's had trouble in the past with his family. He doesn't have a male figure, and I know he's told me many times that he needs someone to really pay close attention to him, and that it wasn't the first time that he tried to commit suicide.
How old is he?
He's 17.
And why did you want to break up with him?
Because I was afraid of him.
Okay.
Because he was so rageful.
Yeah, that was a good instinct.
Yeah. That anger could have been turned against you instead of himself. That's the problem with people that have these kinds of rage issues. They're the ones that go shoot up high schools. They're also the ones that try to commit suicide.
Yeah, and I don't know how can I, try to help him as much as I can.
Make sure he gets care, that he sees a psychiatrist, that he sees a therapist.
Well, he's in a hospital right now.
He is, yeah.
And they know he's in there because he attempted suicide.
Yeah.
So he will be getting the care that he needs. And you're 18. You're not a counselor.
Yeah, I know.
You're not his parent.
You can go and talk to the social worker and talk to the therapists that are taking care of him there, but they probably aren't going to have you do too much in this regard. Are you okay with this?
Well, it's getting better now, yeah. I'm pretty calm about it. I can talk, not to anyone, but...
Do you need some help with it to make sure that you sort of hold your boundaries with this guy and that you've decided to break up with him, that all this drama doesn't suck you back in? Because it's not a reason to be in a relationship.
Yeah, and I don't know, because I still see him in the hospital, and he still wants me to be the same person I was when I really met him. Just really be nice. And
you can't string the guy along.
Yeah.
You're doing more damage.
And I don't know how to try to get away from him slowly.
Well, you got your opportunity now. He's in the hospital.
Which hospital is he in?
Cedars.
Which one?
Cedars.
Yeah.
Why don't you talk to the social worker there and see if they can give you someone to talk to as well, because you're gonna need someone to help you disengage with this guy and to help him cope with that fact. There's tons of care there. It's time to utilize some of that.
But if you can't string a crazy guy along, I mean, if you have someone who's profoundly disturbed and you think you're going to just be friends with them,
or you're going to make it okay by still staying close and caring about him, no way.
No way. You have to stay out of this person's life.
Yep.
As much as you may care about them, if you ain't going to be in, you got to be out.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
No, too heavy? John?
Yeah.
You're 15?
Yeah.
Well, that guy's been on hold all night. He was homosexually assaulted by a friend, right?
Yeah.
How old were you?
Well, this was in 8th grade, and what happened was that we had been good friends for a really long time, and our moms are really good friends and stuff.
And is he in 8th grade, too?
He was in 8th grade also, yeah.
Well, we got a real short period of time here. What did you do with him?
Okay, well, anyway, every time we'd be alone, and I knew that he would do something, he would ask me weird questions and stuff, and a couple of times he asked me for a hand job, and I always denied, and then one time we were just together, and I was kind of put in a situation, and I guess I couldn't say no, and then we did it, and then...
What'd you do?
We gave each other hand jobs.
Yeah, that's nothing.
And then we did that a second time, and it's like, I know I don't want to do it at the time, but then I did it anyway.
And by the way, Drew, if my left arm got amputated, that'd be your job for until I could rehab my right. So, John, what are you worried about?
Well, I don't know. It's like every time, I don't know. I'm weird around guys now. It's like I don't...
Do you think you like guys?
No, it's not that I like them. It's that... Because I know I like girls. I have plans for... I know I want to get married to a girl and have kids and stuff. I have no sexual tendencies or anything, but it makes... I'm weird around it. I don't know. I find myself looking at guys or...
Well, you're confused, okay? You're confused. And then that's okay. You're 15. Just relax. This guy sort of stimulated you in ways that you weren't prepared to deal with. I think as you get older, this will make better sense. It'll sort of fade into the background. And
yes.
And
yes.
That'll be that.
And, you know, just like you don't need to know what you're going to do for a living at 15, although Drew's dad forced him into being a doctor by the age of 8, you don't need to know what you're going to be doing sexually. Just relax. Yeah. I gave you a handy in the 8th grade. Fine. Good times, right?
Good times.
We'll be back.
Hello, this is your radio. LoveLine will be right
Well, there you go. Another fantabulous LoveLine show. Deeply in the ground. All right, Drew.
Yep.
Should we do it again tomorrow night?
Let's do it.
Fantabulous. So until next time, this is Adam Carolla for Dr. Drew saying mahalo. Free banging for me.
This has been LoveLine. The opinions expressed on this show are not necessarily those of the staff, management, sponsors, or this station. The producer for LoveLine is Ann Wilkins Engel. LoveLine is a presentation of Westwood One Entertainment.